Hey guys, welcome back to the JTO channel, and this is your play ratings video of Burnley 0, Chelsea 4. Before you do watch this, please check out my match review of the game. Very interesting game, First off, very bad, but credit to Burnley. Second half, a lot better. Goals galore. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this play ratings video. Starting off with Thomas Tuchel. With the lineup, I can understand the back five, Reece James, Saul as the wing backs. Like I said, with the Kennedy though, why did he come back? But I don't even know if it was up to Tuchel for that, so who knows, innit? The back three, yeah, fine. The midfield two, didn't think there was a need to play either. I didn't think there was a need to play both Jorginho and Kante. I think we would have survived without one of them today. Don't know who, but I think it would have been fine. And then the front three, I thought Mason, don't know why he played him. I think it should have been Hakim Ziyech, just my opinion though. But yeah, I thought overall he handled the game well. Whatever speech he gave at halftime, brilliant stuff. And also with the substitutes as well, made the right subs, gave players rest, like Kante gave Reece James a rest as he can't play 90 minutes. So yeah, overall I'll give Tuchel a solid 7 for today. So yeah, simple as that. Starting off now with Mendy in goal. Nothing to do. Had some Buki moments though. We should have conceded, I can't lie. When he tried to clear the ball, when he punched it, but he fluffed his lines, and luckily McNeil is not clinical and he blazed it over the bar. But realistically, that should have been 1-0. So I don't know what Mendy's doing there. Other than that, he was good on the ball, commanded his area when he needed to. Few scares, but overall decent. I'll give him a 6. Move on to the back three now. Rudiger, Thiago Silva. I'm going to start with Rudiger first. Standard, solid performance as always from Antonio Rudiger. Just putting out these consistent performances. Was the only one who looked like he was the likeliest one to score for us in the first half, because, we were just sort of just toothless up front, and Burnley just really defended well, just to close them spaces. But yeah, with his long shots and stuff like that. But yeah, solid defensively. Good as always, gets to 7.5. Thiago Silva, I mean, how many more times am I gonna praise this man? Like, at this point, I don't think I even need to. Like, these performances I'm seeing off him, it's like, I expect it now. Because that's just the confidence he's given me, to the point where I'm like, I'm expecting him to put in these performances. Even though he's 37 years old. This is a Rolls Royce defender, not Virgil van Dijk. This is Rolls Royce. Yeah? Van Dijk's he can be a Porsche. Or yeah, he can be a Porsche Van Dijk. Yeah? But you see Thiago Silva, he just cleans up every single time. How many more times am I going to see this guy save our defense? Or save our defense, or save, in terms of, like, okay, for example, with Chalobah. Chalobah made a mistake, right? And he had a few Buki moments, few, concentration issues. And Thiago Silva was just there to cover for him every single time, man. And he just shows his leadership continuously, and etc, etc. So yeah, for that reason, I'll give Thiago Silva an 8.5. We went to Trevor Chalobah. Trevor Chalobah in the first half was poor. Let's just keep it real, man. I thought on the ball, it wasn't the best from him. There was a moment where, he got absolutely skinned. There were 2 moments where he, one-on-one, got skinned. And I was like, is he alright today? Like, I know he just got stitches around that area, if you know what I'm talking about, but yo, this should be better from you. We expect more. Even though he's young sitting back, you're playing for Chelsea, we expect a little bit more. But, he grew into the game, he was decent. But just a couple mistakes, like getting skinned all the time when, he's battling with one of their players for the ball, and then obviously he wins that battle. It looks like it's going out of play. He's not looking at all of his surroundings, and a player just comes around him, gets the ball, and they nearly created a chance from it and scored, but they didn't. Luckily, think who was there again. You already know who. So yeah, overall I'll give Trevor a 6.5 for me. Move on to the wing backs. Reece James, 9. Great game from him. What do I have to say? I mean, first half, for somebody who didn't have many opportunities to get on the ball and really cross it in like that, I thought he put some really good crosses in. It's just the keeper and the defense was just on lock and did their job as always. But yeah, I thought first half he had a decent half. Bit of a struggle for him, just like everyone else, just to, find that space in behind to really, just overtake and, just get past the defenders and maybe just put in more crosses in. But in the second half, that extra bit of quality that we needed, from Reece James, yeah? Just like that. Like I said with the goal, he finds that bit of space to cut in on his right after cutting in on his left. And he just finds that little space. He saw it, he was like there, right, boom, into the bottom corner, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Reece James, unbelievable, got an assist as well for Kai Havertz, brilliant to see. First game he started in 3 months and he gets a goal and an assist. He gets a 9 today. Personally, he is my man of the match. Personally, I really liked his performance today. So yeah, Reece James gets a 9. Move on now to the left wing back, Saul. Done a job today. Defensively, he wasn't troubled much, in my opinion. Going forward, just like with Reece James, I thought he was trying to, make things happen. He did try to put a few balls in. But again, just like with Reece James, when you try to overtake, just overlap. That was the word I was looking for with Reece James. Overlap, yes. When you're just trying to overlap and running behind to just maybe get more crosses in, it just couldn't happen because Burnley, like I said, defended well. But in the second half, he got down the left-hand side a lot more, managed to put a lot of crosses in. He did contribute to the fourth goal. He didn't get the assist for it, unfortunately, but obviously, he did contribute to the fourth goal as well. And overall, good performance overall from Saul. Done a job there in absence of Marcus Alonso, who got COVID. We all know that. So for me, 7.5 for Saul. Jorginho and Kante now. I'm going to rate these two together. And I'm going to give them the same rating. And I'll just give you individual reasons why. So, I'm both giving them a 5 today. I'm both going to give them a 5 today. I'm not trying to get cooked because I saw Matisse obviously tweet about those two. How, both their contracts are running out in 2023. Man said we got to start thinking about the future and whether we should extend it or not. I think we got to have a conversation about that because I am seeing a decline in both of them. I don't see Jorginho as creative with the ball anymore, my opinion. And with Kante, he's losing the ball a lot now. The one thing with Kante was, beforehand his passing wasn't all that. It was iffy. But one thing I knew he could do was get out of tight situations and be press resistant. He's even struggling with that nowadays. And I'm like, N'Golo, you're losing the ball more times ever than I've seen in recent months. Like, I know he was good against Lille and he had a good cup final, but over the course of this season, I've not seen too many world-class games from him. And it's like, I don't know what it is. I think it's a decline, in my opinion. And don't get it wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. The guy's 31. Or he's turning 31 this month. There's nothing wrong with that. The guy's been playing at the high level for 5 years consistently. Jorginho as well. I thought, like I said, I don't see the creative spark from deep anymore, in my opinion. I think he plays it safe a lot of the time nowadays. And I don't think he takes enough risks. So I think in both of them, I think there's a bit of a decline going on here. And I think there has got to be a conversation especially on Jorginho, probably more, so whether we should extend their contracts in 2023 and should start thinking ahead of the future for future midfielders. Like, obviously we've got Billy Gilmore, we got Conor Gallagher who's gonna come back as well. We'll probably try to purchase one of Rice or Tchouameni. Who knows, innit? But I just think there's a decline in both of them. But that's just my opinion. Don't hold me to it. Do not cook me, please. So yeah, I'm both going to give them a 5. I thought overall it was a bit poor from both of them. So yeah, we move on now to the front three. Starting off with Mason Mount. Poor game from him. I'd probably arguably say he was the worst player on the pitch today. Other than the double pivot of Jorginho and Kante. But I thought those two were better than Mason Mount. Mason Mount gets protected from this fan base because obviously he's an academy player. He's been consistent before and, he's got talent. But when he doesn't have a good game, people have got to call it out. And for me, he didn't have a good game. And for me, overall, he hasn't even had a good season. It's a good thing for him that he's been getting goals and assists, which I'm happy about because that's nowadays pretty much what I want from these attackers. But also, the eye test matters too. And I don't think Mason Mount on the eye has been that great for us this season. Obviously, on paper, yeah, he has been. But on the eye, I don't think so. I'm not seeing the same driving runs. I'm not seeing the same link up that he's trying to produce as well. I'm seeing him run out of ideas as well. Every time I see him overlap, most of the time the guy just puts a cross in without even looking up. He done that today. He's done that loads of times. So I just think to myself with Mason, he needs to improve. Obviously, he's only 22 years old. He's young, and I'll give him time as always. Just like I'll give time to some of these attackers, because I think some need to step up now. But I think some of them, I can give them time and give them a bit of leeway because they do have credit in the bank, just like Mason does. But at the same time, it doesn't mean criticism can't be, given out. So for me, Mason Mount gets a 4 today. I didn't think he was great today. Moving on to Pulisic. Um, interesting game he had. First half, I'd say he tried to do things. Didn't like the fact that he was going backwards a lot, but at the same time, how can you pass forwards when there's only Kai and there's about 15 Burnley players? Do you know what I mean? It's just absolute madness. But I saw him try to link up. I saw him trying. At times the quality didn't come through though. I did think he was fouled a couple times and the ref didn't blow for the whistle. Don't know why. But I thought in the second half he sort of came alive. He started moving a lot more. He started linking up the play a lot more. A lot better of a second half from him. Obviously, he got the assist as well for Kai Havertz. Good ball in with the left foot. And then obviously he got a goal himself. He had the whole goal to himself as Burnley defender made a mistake. And he just had time to smash it in and he just done that. So yeah, a goal and an assist for him. Overall, better second half. Poor, so an okay first half. I saw him trying, but it wasn't enough. Do you get what I'm saying? Because just as a unit, just as an attack, all of them just didn't do enough. You could say they all tried at times, which I will give you, but I didn't think all of them did enough. So for today, I'll give Pulisic I'll give him an 8 today. I'll give him an 8 today. He did contribute to the goal, so and at the end of the day, we need to win these games in the Premier League, so I'll give him an 8. Kai Havertz, let's just keep things real, yeah. This may be an unpopular opinion, but first half ghosted for me. I'm not being funny, but I barely saw him. I barely saw him. Now, was the service there for him? Probably not. Could he have done more? He could have, but at the same time, like I said, Burnley were just too deep. He didn't give him the license to really, drop deep at times or make runs in behind because Burnley were just so good defensively. And it's like with the front three, I just think all of them could have done more. But at the same time, I can't get onto them too much because it's like Burnley, The reason why I'm onto Mason Mount is because I also thought he had a poor second half. At least with Havertz and Pulisic, they improved in the second half and contributed to goals and assists. Especially, what I'm saying. So Kai Havertz in the second half improved much more. He started linking up the play. He started making channels. He started making run down the channels, especially on the left-hand side. He was taking on his players. He was making space for others as well. And I thought he cooked in the second half and got his 2 goals, a header and obviously a tap in. So yeah, good game from Kai Havertz for me, and I'll also give him an 8. So yeah, that explains why I'm giving those 2 an 8, but Mount a lower rating. It's because Mount just had a poor second half and the first half, but I thought Havertz and Pulisic first half poor, but second half a lot better for me. So. Substitutes, Cover gets a 7, done what he had to do. Ruben for right wing back. I mean, this guy played centre back midweek, now he's playing right wing back. He gets a 7 as well. Timo Werner gets a 5. Guy just lost the ball pretty much every time he got it. Don't know why he got subbed on. It probably should have been Hakim Ziyech. But yeah, it is what it is. Tell me your ratings down below, player ratings, and I will see you guys whenever I see you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow my social media down below, and yeah. I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Peace.